fellow Narnians, this is Marty. I'm with Puddle Glum's Music Collection today. Today we're going to talk about three different albums that were re-released on vinyl. Um, so I'm going to talk about Petra today. Petra started in 1972. They did a harder-edged rock with Christian lyrics. They were one of the pioneers, one of the first people to do that. Lots of other bands came out around that time, underground. Resurrection Band started in 1972. Groups like Agape were around and other bands. That was kind of shunned by the church, but they would play anywhere they could, especially in the Midwest. Petra started in Fort Wayne, Indiana, and then it progressed until they started to become very popular in the Christian market, like in the early 80s. Greg X. Volz eventually joined the band full time, and they were kind of took off from there. A lot of people like the Greg X. Volz era, and then a lot of people like the John Schlitt era. John Schlitt coming over from the secular band Head East that had a gold album, Fight as a Pancake, had a single off that album. John Schlitt later became a Christian after all his drug addictions, and then after Greg X. Volz left Petra, he filled the seat, and then you had the John Schlitt era of Petra. Petra had a lot of albums out. They kind of borrowed some of their album covers from Boston with the flying guitars. I personally think the flying guitars on the Petra albums look way cooler, but Boston, started that whole thing. But there's a lot of bands that have UFOs, spaceships, flying things. But I did like Never Say Die when they had the guitar boat. I thought that was a yacht or whatever it was. And then later on with John Schlitt, had a little bit of a different sound. But they always had like the Boston Foreigner, Kansas pop sound. They always had a little, some of their stuff was, when they first started, they had more of a kind of a southern rock sound, even though they borrowed from a lot of other heavier things too. But and then they slowly progressed into that pop rock sound that, that was acceptable. So today I'm going to look at three albums that were released by Girder Music, and then down below you can get those. I think I waited almost, I don't know how long it was. It seems like a year. It may have been less. But, with the way the vinyl is made nowadays, it takes forever to get anything. But I'm going to go over three of them here. So let's start it off. I'm going to start off with Petra, More Power to Ya. Alrighty, right here. If I can remember when More Power to Ya came out. Let's see. I think it was about 1982, I think, yeah. More Power to Ya, 1982. Had the song Judas Kiss on it, and a lot of other great songs. This is when I seen them live the second time I seen them live, and it was incredible. After this, I knew they were getting big because I had to wait in a long line. I had to pay good money. But this was a, very cheap concert. It was in a great place, and they played really good. But this is Petra, and shout out to Scott Waters, who made this pop a little bit more. So the cover and the back look great. The spine has it so you can read it well. But yes, this is Petra, Never Say Die, the flying guitar. On the back, the guitars are flying. So then you got inside you have the lyrics, picture there. And I believe these each come with a poster. See, there's So the Petra Never Say Die poster, or not Never Say Die, sorry, More Power to Ya. I've been saying Never Say Die. More Power to Ya. There's the poster with the flying guitars. Nice. Hopefully it's not bouncing off the light there. Probably is. But there's the poster. And then this album has the colored vinyl. Right there. Looks like a bluish. It depends on which light it goes in. I guess it's kind of a bluish or teal. So that's that one. Alrighty. Then we had Petra, Beat the System. Beat the System was one of their mid-80s albums, so it has that sound with the like 1985. So of course, this one, everybody started changing their sound. You got the drum, that 80s drum sound we all know, and keyboards, and they redid God Gave Rock and Roll to You on this. I really like the Come and Join Us version, their earlier album of God Gave Rock and Roll to You, but they redo it on this one. So Beat the System, Computer Brains, Clean, It Is Finished, Witch Hunt's on here, Hollow Eyes, a lot of good songs on here. Just feels a little dated from the 80s, but it was a popular album they had. After this, Greg Voles would go solo, and they were left without a lead vocalist. So that's that one. And I think there's a poster in this one too, if you would like to get it. Hoping you can see these posters okay. The light's not bouncing off it. But here's the Beat the System, the Petra logo. And I think this one has like the purple colored vinyl. Right there, very nice. The inner sleeve, the lyrics, and the band. So Bob Hartman, Greg Voles, Mark Kelly. Who was the band at that point? Yeah, Mark Kelly, John Lowry, Louis Weaver, Bob Hartman, Greg X. Voles. So that was that. And then after Greg X. Voles left, John Schlitt came in from Head East. John Schlitt, this is the second album he did with Petra. This Means War. So the second album he did with Petra, This Means War. So there's that. And I really like what Scott Waters did. Kind of rearranged some stuff here, made it look nice. This also comes with the poster. So, got the cover there. Very nice. And let's see what vinyl color this is. Okay. And there's John Schlitt with the band now. You got the lyrics. It looks like we got like a green cover there. Green colored vinyl, I mean. So that's that. And I really enjoyed the John Schlitt era for the first 3 or 4 albums. You know, these are really done well. If you can get them, get them. Right now they're on Girder Music, and I'll put the link below. But the new Petra albums sound great. I thought it was remixed for a minute, but no, it's just remastered, because there's stuff in there I haven't heard before. I threw it on the turntable. I'm like, I had to get my other ones out that weren't the remastered ones and check them and be like, did they really sound that good? But these sound really good. So go ahead and get them. More power to you. Great album. Has that feel of, you know, Boston, a little bit of Kansas. Great album, great songs. You know, Greg Voles' vocals are great. You know, they wanted him in REO Speedwagon. He didn't take it. He was with Petra. And then, you know, Beat the System, even though it's a little dated, it really sounds good. And it's got a lot of great songs on it. Bob Hartman is a terrific songwriter. And then, you know, This Means War, which is produced by John and Dino Elefante, who's produced a lot of big projects over the years. If you remember, John Elefante was with Kansas for a while, for a few albums. He also had a solo career, and he's produced a ton of stuff. And so it's got a big sound, and it sounds really well. And whatever they did to remaster it, it even sounds better now. So go on out if you like Petra, or if you never heard of them, give a listen to them, and then get these records. This is Marty with Puddleglum's Music Collection, and have a great day. Thank you.